Very good morning, students. Welcome to your English literature class. Today we are going to start Act 2, Scene 3 of Merchant of Venice. Now let's read the objectives. By the end of this video, you will be able to learn the explanation of Act 2, Scene 3, learn the meanings of difficult words of Act 2, Scene 3, and learn the literary devices of Act 2, Scene 3. Now students, so far we have done how Lancelot Gobbo's antiques provide comic relief in the play in Act 2, Scene 2. Now students, let's start with text reading of Act 2, Scene 3 that takes place in a room in Shylock's house. Jessica and Lancelot enter the scene. Now students, let's read the text. I am sorry thou wilt leave my father so. Our house is hell, and thou a merry devil. Didst rob it of some taste of tediousness, but fear thee will. Now students, write down the meanings of difficult words. Thou means you. So means in this way. Some taste of means a little of. Tediousness means some part of boredom. So here students, Jessica expresses her sadness at the fact that Lancelot will soon be leaving the service of her father and thus hers as well. So students, who is Jessica's father? Jessica's father here is Shylock. She calls her own house a living hell and Lancelot a merry devil. She mentions that Lancelot brought a bit of happiness through his strange antiques in his dreary house that she lived in. And here she bids goodbye to him. Now here students, in these lines, Jessica compared her house with hell and Lancelot with a merry devil, without using as or like. So, it is a metaphor. Now, let's read further. There is a ducat for thee, and Lancelot soon at supper shalt thou see. Lorenzo, who is thy new master's guest. So, here students, Jessica gives Lancelot a ducat to carry out a message written by her for Lorenzo, mentioning that he is going to be one of the guests invited by Lancelot's new master. Now again students, who is Lancelot's new master here? Lancelot's new master is Bassanio. Give him this letter, do it secretly, and so farewell. I would not have my father see me in talk with thee. Then Jessica tells him to give this letter to Lorenzo secretly and bids him goodbye, as she does not want her father to see him talking with him. Now students, let's read the gist. Jessica regrets that Lancelot is leaving her father's service like this. She says that their house is like hell, but he has been an amusing devil in it that reduced some of the boredom. Then she bids goodbye to him by giving him a ducat and tells him that Lorenzo will meet him soon at supper tonight as his new master's guest. So as we have discussed, here new master means Bassanio's. She gives him a letter to hand it over to Lorenzo secretly and tells him to go as she doesn't want her father to see her talking with him. Now students, let's read further. Lancelot. Adieu. Tears exhibit my tongue, most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew. Adieu. These foolish drops do somewhat drown my manly spirit. Adieu. So students, first of all, write down the meanings of difficult words. Adieu means goodbye. Exhibit means it is a mistake for the word inhabit, which means check. Actually, Lancelot wanted to use the word inhabit, but he spoke exhibit. So, children, Lancelot is in the habit of using wrong words. Then the word pagan, which means non-believer. The word drown means dampen. Manly spirit means courage. So here, Lancelot says goodbye to Jessica with heavy heart as tears prevent him from speaking. He again bids her goodbye and says that these foolish tears somehow reduce his manly courage, and by saying this, he says goodbye and exits. Now let's read the gist. Lorenzo says goodbye to Jessica as tears prevent him from speaking. He calls Jessica a beautiful unbeliever and most sweet Jewess and says goodbye to her. He says that foolish tears reduce his manly courage. Finally, after saying this, he departs. Now let's read the lines. Jessica, farewell, good Lancelot. Alack, what heinous sin is it in me? To be ashamed to be my father's child. But though I am a daughter to his blood, I am not to his manners. So note down the meaning, students. Alack means alas. Heinous means deadly crime. To his blood means by birth. Not to his manners, not like him in behavior. So here, students, Jessica bids goodbye to Lancelot. Then she is feeling guilty. She says that she is committing a crime by feeling ashamed of being the daughter of Shylock. But she finds relief in the fact that even though she is related to Shylock by blood, her behavior and nature are a complete contrast to Shylock's. Let's read further. O Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian and thy loving wife. So write down the meaning of strife. Strife means conflict. And here it means conflict between loyalty to her father and love for Lorenzo. The word thy means your. So here, students, Jessica is hoping that Lorenzo keeps his promise and marries her. So why is there a conflict? So there is a conflict because Shylock is a Jew and a man she loves is a Christian, right? So thus she would be able to end the conflict that goes on within her and become a Christian and Lorenzo's loving wife. So with that union, she would be able to leave her past behind and start anew as a Christian. So hope you all are clear up to here, students. Let's read the gist. Jessica says goodbye to Lancelot and sadly says to herself that it is terrible sin for her to feel ashamed to be Shylock's daughter. She says that though she is Shylock's daughter by birth, but she does not have his habits. Then she hopes for a better future with Lorenzo after marriage, after finishing all the conflicts within her, for she will become a Christian and his wife. So students, this is all about our today's class. Your homework is solve the work given in your SNAP homework. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.